Kusela was his name. As a merc, he had a slapdash way of working, and a whole lot of bravado. But he also saved me from the desert, and did whatever he could to pass on to me everything he had. Without him, I wouldn't be who I am today. Your recent feats have been doing the rounds, you know. In my brigade alone, a lot of people have been talking about the things you've achieved. I've even had several people ask me if I can introduce them to you. Friends? I don't know. After everything we've been through, all the battles we faced together, somehow friends just doesn't quite do it justice. I think, yeah, comrades in arms sums it up best for me. The bond we share can only be forged in the heat of battle. It's one of the most unbreakable bonds there is. The one that got away. I came this close to doing a job for that guy. A contact put us in touch. I was supposed to be his guide through the desert for some kind of investigation, but then it got canceled out of the blue. No idea why. Wait, actually, I think there was something about him not being good with the heat. I'm not sure, but it could have been that. You know, I always thought the academia's worst were just a bunch of greedy dogs, each fighting for their slice of the pie. Nope. Turns out they were a vicious pack of wolves who betrayed the whole nation. If you want my opinion, Lesser Lord Kusanali was too good to them. Those animals didn't deserve her mercy. She should have broken every single bone in their bodies. Instead, they got a nice little vacation in the rainforest. To say they got off lightly is just putting it mildly. The General Mahamatra? Doesn't suffer fools gladly, and certainly doesn't beat around the bush. Having seen the way he works, he gets a thumbs up from me. Now that the whole saga with the academia's over, I guess she can finally dance as much as she wants. She offered me some of her face powder last time I saw her, but in this line of work, it'd be wasted on me. So I told her to give it to CANDACE instead. I wonder how she's liking it. I need to go check sometime. Ah, the famous merchant. I've heard that her prices aren't cheap, but is it true that she can get a hold of anything you want? Then I should start talking to her, because some of the supplies we mercs need are impossible to get anywhere else on the market, no matter what you're willing to pay. Ah, the sleepy girl. Yeah, I think I remember her. I ran into her once at an oasis on the outskirts of the desert. She was out with some group from the academia doing astronomical observations or something. I wasn't really paying attention. Huh? CANDACE? What now? Emissary from the stars? The heck is that all about? Almost sounds like she didn't wake up before getting out of bed. Ah, CANDACE. I love her to bits. But she can be as stubborn as a sumpter beast sometimes. I keep telling her she ought to cut herself some slack, take some time off, maybe go take a walk around Sumeru City, buy herself some nice new clothes or jewelry. But she always says the same old thing. She can't bear to leave the village unprotected. I don't know how many times she's turned me down now. If I really can't persuade her, I guess I'll just have to watch the village for her sometime and get one of my Eremite girls to take her shopping. He offered me a position in the academia once. I declined. Working in a place like that would bore me to death. He, on the other hand, is exactly the kind of person I can imagine working there. Always talking in long, convoluted sentences and in that snooty tone.